What's up everyone, Venomastera back with another Call of Duty video. This time we have a match of Control using the golden SAUG 9mm. Now I know these guns are going to draw a little bit of attention because, quite frankly, on PC for the first couple weeks of the game's existence, they have been the centerpiece of the metagame, and everyone has gravitated around using them. And it's gotten to the point where if you use them in a public match, people will whine and complain. And this is theater mode and the audio sounds sort of weird. There's nothing you can really do about it. That's always sort of how theater has been. The audio has always been a little buggy and not all that crisp, like in a live game. And we can see here that in Control, I'm trying to maneuver around the close parts of the map because on this map, on each side of the spawns there are long corridors, but in this middle area by the B objective there are a lot of close, very tight-knit corridors. My objective here using the SAUGs with silencer is to sort of pick off individual people from the side and make it very difficult to approach B because I'm always getting a couple kills and then moving spots. Below, I was sort of hanging below the bridge. Here we can see that I'm sitting by the side of the entrance to B. And the main thing that you can count on here in these Control games is that once a team falls behind and there's less than 30 seconds, they're going to be far less likely to check their corners. So that's how you can get away with just hiding in little goofy spots like that when you saw me get that final kill in. This is the second round. The first round, of course, was won based on time limits because we stonewalled the enemy team. SAUGs are probably going to get patched and nerfed, so I'm just going to sort of settle the score and just simply state how I like to use the SAUGs because I think it's going to be irrelevant in a month anyway. So despite what you see in this video, I actually think that you should run both gung-ho and lightweight. In this video I'm actually running dead silence. Dead silence is good if you're electing to do silencers. It's also great in search and destroy. But if you're playing a very aggressive SAUG style in a domination or a control, I think it's better to go with gung-ho, lightweight, scavenger, the fast mags, no silencer, and of course you need both the SAUGs. And then I like the stim shot because essentially the stim shot lets you inject it quicker and then makes the heal over time more rapid. And this is a huge deal because so often in these very aggressive play styles, like when you're using the SAUG, you get in these positions where when someone aggresses upon you, right after you've been in an engagement, you can be caught with your pants down and you can barely lose just because you were reloading or healing up. So you want to minimize these, especially with aggressive setups where you're always going to be running around and in your opponent's face because you're going to be having to heal more, you're going to be having to reload more, and that means that you're going to put yourself in an opportunity to die more. That's just the way that it works. Round 2 concludes here, and we can see that I've still yet to die. That round was a little bit more conservative, but that's just the nature of the beast. A little bit of air support was used to pick up on the Hellstorm there. Now we're back on defense. Defense, you can predict the traffic patterns of the enemies more easily. Now the later in the game it goes, the more easily the traffic patterns become. This was a very nice moment where right when I ambush 3 enemies, they get hit with my allies' air support, meaning I get the assist and all the glorious points for my kill streaks. One thing that you can do with the SAUGs is you can always take advantage of your opponent in these close range standoffs. If you're in a situation like that where both players are reloading, with the SAUGs it's very good to do your little bit, reload, do whatever you need to do, but then sprint and jump around the corner and just pre-fire them because the SAUGs have so much damage that they're not going to stand a chance. It's important to note that with SAUGs you have to run scavenger. That's not really debatable. They have an insanely low amount of health. Like I was saying, lightweight and gung-ho are great, but if you're in search, I would say suppressors and dead silence are just as good. And then in search, since getting to certain points at the very beginning of the matches is very, very important, you know, I would say that lightweight's probably a bit better than gung-ho. As far as the SAUG's balance goes and how they're regarded, people are always going to be looking for something to complain about. People complain about the red dot snipers, they complain about the Spitfire, they complain about the Dragon Breath shotgun. Once the SAUGs get patched, it's not going to change. People are going to complain about the next thing. I'm going to continue making Call of Duty videos as I enjoy this game, and quite frankly, I've been enjoying this game very heavily. A lot of my friends have gotten it, and I've made new friends online that I'm playing with. And the game is wrapping up here. The enemy team is desperately throwing themselves at the objective, but it does not matter. And here we can see I finish 16-0. That is the game. Make sure you subscribe for more. StarCraft videos will be back when Blizzard releases the BlizzCon replays.